And welcome back to WENY News at Noon. We have some special guests joining us in studio today. We are joined by Cam F. Awesome and Jared Hallbrook with Horseheads High School. And Cam, you have been to the area before. You are a motivational speaker, and we're going to talk about that in just a minute. But you're also a former professional athlete, Golden Glove boxer. The accolades are a mile long when I was researching you earlier today. But we want to talk about what you're doing right now, and that is you have turned your experience as a young person and your athletic career into something really special, and you travel the country talking to people of all ages and backgrounds about your experience and how you can channel something that a lot of people are dealing with into something really positive. So can you just give us a little bit of an overview of what it is that you do?
So I'm a motivational speaker, but I have a different twist on it. So I love stand-up comedy, I love performing, and I was speaking at schools and I was also doing stand-up comedy. And I realized that when I didn't want to go to open mics, so when I started doing jokes for students, they liked it a lot better. And I realized the greatest way to get a message across is through humor. And depression and suicide, those are very sensitive topics, but I found a way to explain how I deal with things in a humorous way. And one of those ways I deal with things is I'm fueled by gratitude, and I share my gratitude practice with students and adults, and I believe in practicing gratitude in any part necessary.
And dealing with things like depression and suicide, it's something that more people go through than we realize, but it's not talked about as publicly as maybe it could be. So you're really wanting to shine a spotlight on that and sharing that message that there is light at the end of the tunnel. You can get through this. There are people that love you, and here's how you can do some work within yourself and also seek help if needed.
Yeah, so we see all these successful people on TV once they're successful, and you see them in their success, and you see me when I win, you see me with my belt, when I don't win, you don't see me. So I want to talk to students about those moments when you don't win. How do you deal with failure? How do you deal with being discouraged? How do you become more resilient? And I'm able to do that with students like this.
And Jared, so you and your fellow students, you found out about Cam F. Awesome and his message and just how he engages with people that are your age. So what made you want to reach out and bring him here for this presentation that he'll be holding this week?
So we had Cam come last year, the former seniors at New Visions, and they had a really good experience, and they found Cam on Twitter, which brought a lot of things for us, and we really saw Cam's message and what he was trying to get out to everybody, and we felt that there was a need to bring it back and that it brings the community closer as well.
And now, Cam, you have that appearance coming up at the L in Breesport. You're going to do two different presentations at two different times. What can people expect when they see you speak?
I would call them performances and not presentations. I know, because
sure.
I want to reimagine school assemblies. Do you remember being in school and sitting through that assembly, don't do drugs and or stay away, whatever. That's not what I do. And I want students to be excited to hear a message. And that's what you'll be motivated and challenged in the way you think.
All right, and that is happening at the L on Breesport coming up later this week. Again, and is this something that, I know it's geared towards students, but can anyone come if they'd like to hear you?
The first one is just geared towards students, but the second show is open to the public. We want to see as many faces in the community as possible.
Okay, and we've got all that information there, right there on your screen. We're also going to put it on our website, WENY.com. Cam, thank you so much for coming to our area once again and sharing your performance and your message and perseverance and inspiration. And Jared, thank you for you and your fellow classmates working to bring him here, and our community can really benefit.
Thank you for having us.